snow.
Yay.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Ain't no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo of Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, July 18th, 2017. Here inside Shrouded Avatar. How's everybody doing today? And good to see everybody jumping on in here. Boo and Botox and Eagle.
Yep. And don't forget, Boo's with us in game. Which
Yes,
is Andy Condis.
And gotta give a shout out to Sign of Chaos out there and answer a question from in the early morning. Is how come y'all broadcast this show in quotes? Chihuahua. Thank you for the follow. Amber Rain. Thank you for the host. A lovely mistress of chaos. With
So why is it that you?
Well, you know, Sign of Chaos. Guess what? It got you to stop on in and say hello, didn't it? So that's why.
Yep.
Is
yeah. Yep.
Yes, well, thank you, Treelock, thank you, Amber. Apparently, Amber is just going off as lovely a mistress of chaos joining us here today in chat. How are you, Miss Amber?
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Indeed,
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
Greetings.
Skeggy, yeah, Skeggy, I saw you. Thank you, Skeggy. I saw you hopped on into our Discord under a new name, or did you change your name? You lose your password? What's the story with that? But good to see you as well.
I don't know. But we do have lots of breaking news for everybody.
breaking news. As always,
breaking.
There was a stand-up corner released, so we've actually got that to cover today.
There was.
And they're getting all caught up down there. There's actually another breaking story just as we were coming in. I haven't had a chance to even look at.
No, I posted the link in Discord for it.
Oh, very good. So you're going to save me. I'm sure all I have to do is hit refresh over on the page I'm at, and it'll be there. Yep, like there it is. There it is.
Yep.
But good to see everybody out there. And of course, we were talking yesterday about a couple separate topics. We talk about a lot of topics around here, and we're gonna cover that and much more today. So, Jack,
it all depends on how much time you want to spend dedicated. I think we're gonna spend a lot of time dedicated to that one topic.
To Shroud Marketplace.
Fuck yeah.
ShroudMarketplace.com.
Yes.
Because they're our best sponsor. They're our biggest, bestest, wonderfulest sponsor.
Yeah. Anybody that provides a place for you to sell your stuff is awesome. Then let's see. Where do we want to? Do we want to start with the breaking news?
The breaking, I haven't actually read it to see if we want to do that.
Well, we definitely want to do it.
Yeah, then hold on. Let's get okay because yes, this actually does look like something we can make them.
It is breaking news.
Breaking news right here on NBNN. You heard it first or saw it first on the forums, but Our own
Well,
silver-tongued devil, Dark Star, at it again with some community updates and news for you. And the beloved Dark Star telling us about the physical goods shipping update.
That's right. Unfortunately, greetings, avatars. As he stated in the Q2 2018 schedule update, their original plans was for the collector's box physical goods for the Kickstarter backers to begin shipping no later than the end of Q2. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and they are very sorry for the continued delay. They have hit several delays in the process along the way that they did not have cushion in the schedule. Please accept their apologies for these delays. They completely understand how frustrating this is. We were not warned by our suppliers about Chinese New Year's impact on production schedules in Q1. This directly impacted cloth map production, which then impacted signatures, which then cascaded other dates because the signed maps then needed shipping to the assembly location. Wait, so I'm confused by this.
Okay, well, I love the Chinese New Year impact first off, but beyond that, okay, let's read the whole post here. Let's digest this.
I'm confused by this because Chinese New Year, is that like a month, a week? And whenever you order something from China, doesn't it generally take 6 to 8 weeks, maybe 2 months?
Normally, yeah. I mean, I know every time I order something from there, it takes about 2 months. But
two months. That's
usually when I order from China,
time.
I'm really in no rush to get it. I just want it cheap, So when I get it,
if I order from China, then I pretty much expect it to show up within the next 6 months.
Yeah. Anyway, moving right along.
The shipment label requirements by our manufacturers did not match the address input field, so they have to reconfigure all the addresses semi-manually through some batch scripts to get them to meet the requirements. Wait. Label requirements?
Yeah, one of those things that those of us in the shipping business, and people like Rild and Style and
the U.S. Postal Service,
whoever
the
your
4 numbers
shipper
after the postal code.
Whoever your shipper that you use is, each has different requirements. Postal Service has one requirement, UPS has another, FedEx has yet another. I assume you knew this.
Yeah, I do. I do. I'm just pleading ignorance right now because it's silly. Then shipping vouchers and address information have to be validated against each account, each pledge level, and against due dates for submission of vouchers and addresses. Yep.
Okay.
That's a sequel script. The maps were held in customs for 2 weeks due to a misunderstanding about labeling. It's completely understandable. Customs. And as Amber also said, 2 months for anything to come from China.
Oh, easy. Absolutely.
At least. So, if the custom maps, they should have expected a 4-month turnaround from order through production to delivery. At least 4 months. Then parts have been manufactured in several places and all have to be shipped to a central location for assembly. Maps from China, certificates in Austin, boxes in France. In some cases, they have had to ship these to interim locations for signing and then onto the central location for assembly.
From Austin to New York
to everywhere. Yeah. Back to Austin. Back to New York.
Yeah, I'm following this and I'm laughing all the way. Let's continue going on here.
In most cases, this worked flawlessly. In some cases, this is introduced as further, albeit minor delays. And various glitches in the address entry system and tracking were making some listings not appear in our final list. For instance, a timestamp was created to track updated address, but not first entered. So through early entry passes of collecting data, many people were being lost for the final list due to coming back and updating address post-entry, they have fixed this issue and various others, but this took time and to make sure it was accurate. Now, it's going to be awesome, like, if I move this weekend or something like that, and I need to change my address. Oops.
Well, apparently you've got time, according to this.
There's no telling. They should have all of this resolved by the end of the month, and they can begin shipping then. And he realizes that this puts them 30 days past their original date, and again, he profusely apologizes. Yep, shipping.
Now, with all that said, I mean, not for nothing, we watched the labels get signed. We watched the maps get signed.
Yeah.
We know the maps went from Austin to New York to where their final destination was. So why all the hubbub? We've already seen all that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, to me, it should be. It's not all boxed yet.
I figured that's going to take some time.
Considering the final, it's like you can't blame the maps on this because the final map was signed, 2-3 weeks ago?
Several weeks, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks ago, the final map was signed and it was shipped to the suppliers. So it's got to be something else there. And then it's like the assembly place. That is, maybe the assembly place has to actually get everything set up for the assembly. And it's like that would be much more likely. It's like the assembly place isn't prepared to assemble everything. And we're also waiting for the trinket to show up. That would be a much more reasonable explanation other than blaming things on the cloth maps.
Rewalk, don't feel bad now because the people who are getting these physical goods have been waiting a very long time for them. So for those of us waiting for it, another month is not going to phase us. We've been waiting for 4+ years for them. So, again, just to get the final product. And again, one of the things that many of us backers have said since day one is, listen, don't rush it, man. Don't rush it. Get it
Amber, right. I'm going 4 years because that's the, even though the Kickstarter was 5 years ago, the 4 years was when the game was officially supposed to launch. That's where I'm coming up with that, Matt.
I'm going for as long as I've been here. Yeah. I've been here since... Release 13, and that was a long time ago.
Way before you, Amber, way before you.
Oh, I know that, Believe me, I was watching. Again, I came when they finally said, hey, we're open 24 hours, come join us. Yeah. I wasn't interested before that, as I got all the emails, but remember, I couldn't afford the $5 to put to the $20 bonuses I had at the time either.
Yep.
So I was lucky I had that $5 at that point.
It's kind of hard to afford the hookers and blow with only $5. But yes,
hey,
physical goods.
You saw how far that $5 got me on Bourbon Street, brother, on the balcony.
Hey, man, I had a conversation with. I hate to tell you this, but I had a conversation with a former stripper, and she's like, It took me a while to realize that I will do the exact same thing for $1 as $5 or $20 or $100. The exact same thing. And I had a $100 bill in my hand. Then I reached back into my wallet and took out a $1 and said, "You said you'd do the same thing, so You're the one that did it, not me."
Moving right along.
We
got a little stand-up action and a couple updates on the stand-up.
Yep, stand-up from yesterday. Don't forget stand-up corners where the devs say, hey, I worked on this yesterday, I'm working on this today. Something eventually gets written down and we get to interpret it. So over in the art department, Damon working on event NPCs and electric sword variants in skies and bows.
Yeah, he's looks like he's finished with that automaton. So,
yes, finished with the automaton, and it's gone on elsewhere, maybe to AI. Over in design, Beezus,
the Beezinator,
working on Blank.
Doing nothing, man. He
Doing
says,
nothing.
I ain't doing nothing today.
Yeah.
Go away.
He's doing the nothing. Sanyo working on Event Quest and the Obsidian Trial and Conversations. The Energy Vortex working on the Obsidian Trial and store support and screenshots and events.
Events.
And then over in tech, Dr. Bob
Little Bob Thompson.
working on in-game maps and upper tiers. And hi, Eve Midnight. How are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we are live.
You know,
Oh, geez.
Boo,
What
it's
are we
really
gonna do?
rough when they
Then
when they
Wizards,
actually note that in in the stand up.
Yeah. Where was that? Wizard Smoke?
Wizard Smoke, yes.
Yeah. User interface polish and bugs.
Bug.
And I don't know if you actually paid attention to what happened in yesterday's update. The Deathbringer one and only working on shader cleanup and performance updates. The Burning Toad working on Buildmaster and Linux issues. And meetings and Obsidian Trial. Tassilo.
What did I miss?
Well, you missed something. Tassilo working on general support and generally upbeat. Over in studio services, Rick or Chaos is working on shipping updates and customer service and forums, and release 56 planning and live streaming sales. Soliz. Serafina making people upset and working on customer service, and Jira bug testing and store updates and services planning. Then over in useless overhead, the Dippy Bird working on leads meeting and new potions and ether equipment and Unity updates.
New potion. Unity updates. Maybe that's going to fix my problems.
Maybe.
I'm
hopefully
hoping.
it improves
I'm
things.
hoping.
Stefan working on production updates and data migration update and web updates and localization. And that's what our devs said they were working on yesterday.
Yesterday in Shroud of the Avatar. Right.
Oh yeah. It's
yes,
it's gonna be something, man.
The trolls are on that already. Like flies on shit.
Yeah, on what?
The physical rewards.
Oh, the physical goods.
You know, again, there's just a little note to say, hey, okay, that's nice. You come out, you say, listen, folks, we hit another snag in the road. It's gonna be a little.
It's a
delayed,
minor delay. I'm sorry, we missed it.
That's all fine, well and good, but when you do something like you play a marketplace accounts, sales and transfer policy, and you just change it without any real big notice, and then I
don't understand why that's an issue.
Well, it became an issue because.
When have you ever been able to sell accounts on an MMO's forums? Like, never.
Never? Where you been?
Well...
Can you go to EVE Online's forums and be like, hey, I want to buy an account?
I can go to Marquee Dragon's site and buy an account.
Well, you can still do that.
Well, it's again...
Caffeine, that's sorry.
What's that?
His Prime died and his credit card came late.
Oh.
Yeah, his credit card expired before the bank sent him a new credit card the other day, which is kind of sad.
Anyway, there's been finally an update as to all this, and yes, I guess we'll have to read it to y'all, and then you all be the deciders of the terminology used, because when I transfer money from one account to another account in my bank, that's a transfer. When I give up ownership, while that might be a transfer, that's not how it was considered according to the world in general here.
Man.
Hi everybody.
Just because you're jumping the gun.
Jumping the gun.
Okay.
Segue.
Oh, and actually, according to Eve Midnight, you can actually buy characters on Eve's forums through their character bazaar.
So there you go.
Hey.
So
Well,
yes, in other games, in other forums, you can in fact do that. And hey, man. Hey, man.
Love you, baby. Love you, Shroud.
I'm not the one that knew this because I've never played.
Yeah, well, I don't play, Eve. Everybody versus everybody. Yeah, no, I'm not a major PvP.
Hey,
yeah, spend a month grinding and just to have it taken away in 30 seconds by someone who's a dick.
Well,
Yeah.
Then you gotta be the bigger dick.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why you need to buy into that consortium.
My bank account, Dick, is bigger than your bank account, Dick. And there was that article the other day, about the guys who spend $3,000-$4,000 to buy ships, only to fly them out into battle and lose them, and then they go buy another $3,000-$4,000 worth of stuff to try and get retaliation. I mean, it's brutal, man.
Hey, man.
Brutal.
What about the one battle that lost like $1 million?
Dude, we've covered that on this show.
Yeah,
and
that was pretty funny.
The ultimate backstab. I mean, just wiped out. Yeah, it's the ultimate fucking scam. But anyway, moving right along. Let's tell people what the man himself had to say about
new forum policy and interpretation that did not exist, and it is now official. It did not exist because it did not
have to argue my point here on the show. Because
hey, man,
while we both did ask questions,
we will get to the semantics.
Yes, we both did get answers.
We will get to the semantics in a little bit. Okay.
Absolutely.
I think the only reason is to free up sport tickets time wasted on that.
Hey, and liability.
There's
and I just want to point you to the highlighted text, and then the text took slightly to the right of the highlight.
Hey, you're jumping the gun. Quit jumping the gun, man. You gotta
point it out in advance. That's all. I gotta point it out.
Okay. Fine. So Darkstar earlier did post on Player Marketplace account sales and transfers policy enforcement. That is the subject. And as you all know, they have a very liberal policy related to real money transactions between players. As in, we can't stop them, so we're going to allow them to happen anyways.
We're going to condone it. Just don't bother us.
Yeah, and you know what? We're going to provide you with a little safe space on our official forums in order to conduct those real money transfers. And then we're going to go back and change those forums every other quarter, so that way you have no idea what's going on. And then they long ago decided that they could either fight these exchanges or tolerate them by creating a safe space for them to happen inside their forums, and by creating the Trusted Trader program. Their decision was to do this was based on the fact that these transactions would happen regardless of their enforcement. Enforcing them would only drive them to hidden places. Yeah. For a long time now, which is where they're going to go no matter what, realistically. For a long time now, they have not been enforcing one of the key policies of the player marketplace. Please note that the policy has always been clearly stated in the description text above the player marketplace, and quote from the player marketplace thread, account transfers are not supported. Items purchased in the store, such as pledge and bundle rewards add-ons, stretch goal items, and player-owned towns, as well as services that can be immediately fulfilled in-game, such as renting existing in-game player property or items, are the only permitted exchanges in the player marketplace.
What's a pledge? What's a bundle?
What a pledge and a bundle? But I think what he's going to argue. that
No,
he's talking about the rewards, not
what
the
rewards?
actual pledge.
When what rewards? When I purchased my pledge rewards, it came with. I purchased my bundle.
It's funny. The funny thing is.
That's my point, Amber. Aren't pledges and bundles accounts?
My pledge came with an account, and I'm selling that immediately. And,
absolutely.
So
anyway, thank you. Continue on, please.
There are too many issues related to allowing account transfers that then result in poor customer experiences, which then result in them contacting their support team, who can almost never solve the associated problems. Here are just a few. Steam connections. Accounts connected to Steam cannot be disconnected from the parent Steam account. So if you purchase that Shroud account, unless you buy the associated Steam account, you cannot use it. Wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
Sellers will sometimes not disclose that the account is connected to Steam or not even aware that this is an issue. Okay, so as we covered yesterday.
Buyer beware.
Yes. Steam now lets you remove games from your account. This was a post in the forums from 2015. And it even has instructions on how to delete a Steam key associated with a game from your account. The problem there is that once you disconnect that Steam account, it has gone into a banned list that cannot be reconnected to Steam ever again.
Understandable.
Okay. So can you still disconnect an account from Steam, sell it to someone else and just with the qualifier, you know what? If you have Steam installed, you cannot log in to the game through Steam. You can launch the game through Steam if you have it installed through, say, another account that's connected, and then you can just uncheck the login through Steam, and then you can
dozens of workarounds, regardless of the point. But
okay, fake/unauthorized Steam keys. There are lots of sites that sell fake and or unauthorized Steam keys, which when players try to redeem after purchasing and associating, they get contacted. So that's like the G2A problem with people going and paying $5 for a Steam key from there. That is really not their problem. They're going to have that no matter what the policy is, no matter where it happens. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Logging in through Steam is no longer a check mark. You have to press a button. Yeah. I always just log in with accounts because I log into multiple accounts. Same as you. I have more than 6.
Yeah. Well.
Now, attempts to regain access to sold accounts. Yeah. Sometimes they have attempts by players to regain access to accounts they have sold to other players, claiming they never sold them. That is a person that is behaving unethically. You're going to have that no matter what it is. Yet, you know what?
He robbed me. He forced me to give him my username and password.
I sold this item on the forums, and then he's trying to take it back and sending in a support ticket.
Isn't that why we had the forums? So when somebody said
it's
that you
always
could see that there was a transaction
the funny thing is, no, it's not even. Even they tell you that they are not going to support that.
Understandable, but
again. So it's one where, as far as I know, I am not aware of anybody doing that kind of chargeback and trying to reclaim an account.
First I'm hearing of
it. If it happened, it is the first that I've ever heard of it. And this is coming from a person that has conducted I personally have conducted about 2,000 player-to-player transactions myself.
Indeed.
To where I have sold things to other players, about 2,000 of them. I know you've probably done about 500 to 1,000.
I don't even keep track. I've done player transactions since the day I started playing, and any questions, go look me up on the marketplace, go look me up in the forums, and that's all I gotta say. You can see what people got to say about my service and what I do. But anyway,
and empty or partially empty accounts. Players will sometimes empty an account of most all the rare valuable items right before the transfer, making it worthless. We then get a support ticket about missing rewards. Yet I have sold stripped accounts. I have no idea if the person that I have no idea if someone that
I know
turned around
who
after the
sold
fact.
One, who was stripped, selling stripped accounts.
Stripped.
Yeah.
And this is the most interesting one. Region locked.
This was your question.
There have been issues where customers from the region supported by Black Sun have either sold accounts or purchased accounts in other regions and have been unable to use them. This is actually part of the edit that started at 11 o'clock, because before that, it didn't say anything about Black Sun. So if this is the only region that does any kind of region locking is Black Sun.
Yay.
A Black Sun person can actually
Thank you.
buy from anywhere in the world, or a person in Russia can buy from anywhere in the world. But if you bought an account from Black Sun, it has to stay within their system. And then because of those issues and many, many, many more, they're now going to start enforcing the policy that has always been in place, and no longer allow account transfers in the player marketplace. If you wish to perform an account transfer, you must contact one of the trusted traders and see if they would be willing to perform the transfer for you. So that's really silly. Please note that they consider account sales the same as account transfers, because this was also part of the edit from earlier. Please note that they consider account sales the same as account transfers, because you cannot sell an account without transferring it. One final note: you should never share your password with anyone.
Yes. Now, again, in response to questions asked, we get quick replies. Thanks to Star on this today.
Yes, thank you, Star, for doing some of that clarification. But you can go back and look through the forums for how long did they allow account sales.
And again, now this is where the community is really screaming, and I'm going to scroll down just to where you and I did ask our questions, so we actually got that reference, we got it answered, and he did update the OP with some information. And of course, my question was just straight up, well, sales are what people were questioning about. Transfers, and we've covered this dozens of times on the show.
Well, so we have to be very clear that the transfer and the account transfers not being supported was talking about the pledge, me saying, you know what, I have a Duke account, I would like to transfer $2,000 off of that. So I want to transfer a Baron account out of that pledge. So that way it would leave me with a Baron and a Lord.
I have 2 Lord accounts.
That is an account
and transfer
that
them
is
together to make a bigger account. To us, that's what transfers were, and everybody else...
It's a pledge transfer.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all understood that transfers were not supported, whereas since day one... And again, the funny thing is, and I'm going to just jump there real quick, if we go to, let's go to the for sale, Jack, real quick. The want to sell. Remember that little?
You're talking about like
we're gonna go
my dev tracker like.
No, I want to go to the player marketplace, and you click on the player marketplace, and here's all the information there. And then you click on want to sell. I have except house slot commodities. Okay, and if you click here, the subforum is, it says this subforum is for the selling of items. And in there, pledges, looks like they actually changed it. Accounts was actually listed there, but
pledges, etc.
Yeah.
So if I sell my pledge, that's still me selling an account.
That's an account. So even then, and again, the wording. Then let's just make sure we correct the wording across the board there. How about that? Because
it would be really funny. It's like if someone turned around and someone's probably going to do this, or someone's going to point it out. Screenshot this forum is for selling items, pledges, etc., and turns around and says, "Want to sell Lord Marshal pledge?"
Yeah.
And then says it's been stripped.
I'm sure.
Never leveled.
I'm sure we'll see it. But anyway,
and it's like, but include that screenshot in there of saying, "Hey, this is permitted." But it's one where it's like, I'm sorry to say, but this is not a rehash of the old policy, because the account transfers that Star is referencing wasn't pledge to pledge.
Yeah,
it wasn't account to account. It was part of an account to another account, and it's like,
sales from one to another. Again, I guess buyer beware as always. But don't forget, we're going to be the bringer of good news, because that's always permitted on Shroud Marketplace. You can go list your account and do whatever you want, and Shroud Marketplace will help facilitate the sale of accounts. So
that's right.
Shroud Marketplace
has that beautiful category just for you to list your account up for sale, and then provide screenshots of everything that you want to sell with it. Yay!
Yeah, you can actually post all the items listed, or get yourself a text list and list it there yourself. Screenshots work really nice.
Yeah. And
anyway, long story short, quick blurb in advance would have saved a lot of chaos on that, and I think the community made that very apparent. That
Well, I think they are trying to apply verbiage backwards from an existing policy to a new interpretation. So it is arguing semantics, because if you're around for pledge transfers, it's where you were actually doing things. Because imagine that if you go ahead and hit that let's see, what's that button for titles?
That's right. But Dark Star is chaos. That's right.
Yeah. Hey, Laz, on your screen, go ahead and bring up your list of titles.
List of titles. Oh, I got to go up here. Yeah, Amber, we discussed that several times. While he is credited that way, the only officially recognized that you could find anywhere else.
Yes.
He's not listed. You would have to know what the 1B is, look that up. And I don't know whether he's not officially recognized. I know there was a whole thread on that, and there's still a whole thread on the Trusted Trader program.
Okay, so in Twitch, Amber Rain did say that wasn't Andernut, didn't he receive his Order of the New Britannian Empire, which is the Lord British Order of doing great things for the community for facilitating account trades between players?
Something we mentioned yesterday. Andernut was very instrumental in getting me started with what I wanted to get started with here.
This is where I was going, to where if you bring up your list of titles in game and you see that there is yellow things, anybody with a yellow title is a founder or gold is a founder or royal founder. Yeah, the P color, the very, very
the P yellow color.
It is the founder in royal founder accounts. Now, Laz started in release 13, which is well after those accounts were expired, but he was able to acquire that status through the policy of account transfers.
That's right.
So
now what I was actually able to do was I was able to actually acquire a royal founder account that I merged with my then knight account. Bringing it up a little bit towards the next level, and that's when we still had, of course, payment plans. So you were able to still put payments down and all that good stuff. Before I finally purchased my way up to Duke.
That's right. And this is something that it's like, that was an account transfer. Selling an account is not an account transfer. The new interpretation of the account transfer is selling an account, which is no longer allowed on the official forums. Is it something that they say that they're going to police? No. Is it a bannable offense? No. Is it something that's allowed on Shroud Marketplace? Damn, Skippy. Sell your accounts. ShroudMarketplace.com. Yeah.
That's right. But again, just keep an eye out there, folks, because you never know when news is going to break or what's going to be the latest hot topic out there.
Yeah. And like, as Boo, since Boo is one of our newer players to join the game, he's finding it very interesting because he doesn't understand what the uproar of them changing policies is about. It's because they're saying that something they're changing the definition of a word post policy implementation.
Now, Boo, back in the early days,
the only people that will be the wiser are the ones that know what the policy was for.
Yeah,
and
again,
the reason, and they, sorry.
I was going to say, back in the early days, there was no such thing as a service voucher. Okay? And the reason the service voucher came about was because people were really taking advantage of their very liberal transfer and other policy. And I mean, I know that I had probably 4 or 5 different things done. I had multiple accounts with multiple rewards on them, and when we were down there one time, actually, I believe Jack was talking to somebody, and I came down. My visit was shortly thereafter. Whatever. Come to find out that I could take all the rewards off of all my accounts and just have them all moved to one account off to the side. Okay?
that was when I did that. Right?
I was going to say, but you found that out, and then I came down and found it out, and I was like, so we can just take all that, and
just email support.
So I was like, amen. Make my account management easier. Let's just take all that crap and move that all off. And they were doing this for anybody, anytime. And that was taking up a lot of time and effort. And we understood that.
Yeah.
So when they decided to charging for it, it was understood that if you needed to do something like this, there was now going to be a fee involved. And that put the kibosh on it. People stopped doing it, and unless they absolutely needed something done, and transferred like that, the people who needed that done had the availability of using token to do that. So that was account transfers. So that's how we understand them from day one, and why again the service token came into existence. So a little history lesson for you, because
that also we need to say that why the account transfers also stopped is because they stopped selling those pledges about 2 years ago.
Once you could no longer get the pledges, you couldn't stack them anymore. You couldn't do anything with them, and the bundles are all self progressing as it is.
Yeah.
So you can take care of the bundles all on your own. You can progress, and you can still build and add to your bundles in the system it is in. But our old pledge system was
Yeah, and
fun.
it's like it's one where it's like they kept on changing it, and then because originally the pledges also stacked the rewards. So, and by stacking, it didn't apply to the lot deeds, but it did apply to all the houses. So the original pledge, the lowest level pledge that had a house was the 275. Is that a citizen? No, that's $500.
The ancestor account wasn't?
Ancestor account, like 275, which came with a tax-free place anywhere row lot deed and a 2-story stone row house. The next one above that had a 3-story row house. So whenever you went to claim your pledge and log in, you had a 2-story row house and a 3-story row house. The pledge after that was a 4-story row house. Then you upgraded to the village size account, which gave you a village deed, but you got all the row houses as well as a village deed. And then you keep on going up and up and up. I believe
you got an extra 4-story row house with that.
Yes.
Because I know I've got like 4 or 5 of those 4 stories because they stacked. So anyway, you can understand the kerfuffle amongst those of us who have been around a while compared to those people who, just really don't. Next topic. Oh, okay. Caffeine hitting the move button for us. Moving right along. We can do that.
It's .moo in Discord.
.moo. That's right. You can actually trigger that one yourself.
With the proper penis.
Or that one. There you go. I love this shit. I tell you. And again, you guys help make it happen out there, and of course we appreciate that. And Wolf, that was Wolf Tom earlier chimed in with the late breaking news. Of course, gotta love you guys just for jumping in and giving us the latest.
Was it Wolftom? I thought it was Bambi.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it Bambi?
Yeah,
it was Bambi. Sorry,
man.
Bambi.
Bambi does not sound like an Australian.
Voices I rarely hear. Let's put it that way.
I'm better with voices than faces. If I see your face, I'll forget exactly who you are.
Who? So, what? Anyway, that's right. Moving right along that time of the day to let you guys know. What's this? Been here since R7. I even have a screenshot. That's funny.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll tell you a story.
Caffeine, you can inside of Discord.
Yeah, we got screenshots of Scroda from way back. He's always blending in the background.
Scroda's always in the background.
Mm-hmm. Telling you about that wonderful NBNN Shrouded Avatar app available on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store. That's right. We went ahead and did it. All 3 stores for all your electronic devices. No matter what you got, we've got you covered. If you want to take Shrouded Avatar with you on the go, when you go, or wherever you go, you can get the NBNN Shrouded Avatar app, and you can read the forums. You can check out the Daily Britannian. I tell you what, there's a couple good stories in the Britannian today as well. And I don't know how some of this, apparently, there's a really cool story from Caballero out there about the Airy Fund and all sorts of other fundraisers and all sorts of great stuff.
Cool.
But you can check out all sorts of great news from the Britannian. You can check out the forums for the latest updates. You can browse the map. You can shop the marketplace. You can check out the calendar. And, of course, the calendar is hosted on NBNN, where you, too, can check out the latest goings-on. And it's brought to us every day by the good folks over at HometownHero.com for all your vape juice needs.
Yeah, that's right. That daily calendar on NBNN.info, click on the calendar button, then you can look at that beautiful Google Public Calendar that is an aggregate of all the available Google Public Calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar. And if you have a Google Public Calendar related to Shroud, or if you want to add one-off events to the NBNN Shroud community calendar, you can email that guy, news@nbnn.info. He'll do something with it eventually, and I may or may not read it off. Depends on how I feel. But Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You can always tune in your ear amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia to listen to two idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to do a little show called Lunch with us. At 6 o'clock this evening on Avatar's Radio, DJ Bear Club. Bear Cub. Why do I add an additional L?
I don't know why you do that.
Bear Cub. It's a cub. He's going to be doing something. At 7 p.m. on Radio Free Britannia is the 70s at 7. At 8 o'clock, you need to be prepared to have your ear holes probed because it is time for the doctor. That's right. It's Unmedicated Schizophrenia Part 1 with DJ Eclipse Maiden on Radio Free Britannia. In-game.
When she puts the glove on.
Oh, yeah. Especially when she doesn't reach for the lube. You know you're in trouble. But yes, at 8 o'clock in-game, you do need to go to a pub somewhere and find Striker Sparhawk because it's time for happy hour. And he is going to be providing everybody with the free drinks. And don't forget, Laz loves the new intoxication event whenever it happens in-game. He absolutely loves or loathes. I always get confused about loves.
Somebody's giving me free booze on their dime or their coin. You know, absolutely love it.
Yep. And then the final event,
Sparhawk's Gold. That's right.
And the last thing on this wonky Wednesday is going to be on Radio Free Britannia, and that is the Wicked One.
RFB.
Yep. That's it. That's our calendar.
That's all she wrote for today, folks. Yep. Not a whole lot going on out there, but don't forget, always something going on. You can just see who's in the area. Go out exploring, all sorts of interesting things to do, or come out and hang out on the NBNN lot because tell you, I had a couple of newbies out here. People I've never seen before. They stumbled upon the lot and they were practicing music and dancing last night like it was nobody's business. You know, I love when I'm sitting over by the inn working and all of a sudden I see chatter coming from over here in the studio. Man, it's all sorts of great stuff happens. So.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Unified clock. And you mean like a world, what server time is on the world compass there? Interesting idea. You can submit that to Friday's live stream. They're taking questions for that. And we'll tell you more about that tomorrow. Because Friday's live stream, I will probably take a peek at the questions in advance as well, and tell you all a little bit about that. But of course, gotta remind you that you're tuned in to Lunch with Laz and Jack, two crazy guys who sit around and talk about Shroud of the Avatar, give you the latest news and what's going on in your world and everything Shroud of the Avatar. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. On NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News, checking us out in replays on YouTube or on the radio in-game. We do thank you for joining us and listening. If you want to be a supporter, you can go out to any of the above-listed sites and toss some coin our way. You can cheer while we're live. Hey, you can cheer while we're not live, as while the loop is playing. You can always toss some coin if you want when we're not here. That always helps as well. You can use those Amazon Prime accounts to use your monthly sub. You can use cryptocurrency. Go over to Jack's stream and throw some crypto coin. Yeah, 1 Bitcoin. And Jack says
one Bitcoin.
We take a month off. We take a month off.
Absolutely. 1 Bitcoin. We take a month off. if you never want to see us again, pay us 20 or 1 year off. It would be 20 Bitcoins.
Oh yeah, huh?
Or if you want us to broadcast several hours a day, 3 Bitcoins.
Don't send anything. That's right.
Yeah. No, we have to do this.
Anyway, that's right. Don't forget all sorts of ways.
Then we're confused about everything.
Yeah, all sorts of ways to show your love. Of course, you can also become a patron. Go to patreon.com/NBNN or become a sponsor. We have sponsor packages out there available as well. And I want to thank our newest patron out there. Of course, thank you, Navalium, I will deliver the mug. Eagle, thank you very much. Navalium, I will deliver the mug personally just because you asked, because I'm going to see you. So, but he became a proud $20 a month supporter yesterday, and you can do the same. You don't have to toss $20 a month, $1 a month, $5 a month. You know, all sorts of prizes available, and you know, hey, maybe if you get in on it quick enough, I can deliver your goods to SodaCon as well. But anyway, don't forget the Airy Fund. Become a supporter today and play for a cause. TheAiryFund.org, bringing you the latest in community causes and all sorts of other great stuff throughout the year. Don't forget to check out the Britannian. That article by Caballero is actually quite the interesting write-up. Great stuff about Shroud of the Avatar, the Alpenglows, and of course the Airy Fund and all the good deeds that's being done there. SodaCon Austin 2018 tickets still available. You can still get yours today. Ticket sales are open till the beginning of October this year, folks, so you can wait till almost the last minute to get your tickets. Of course, early birds are gone, VIPs are gone, regular price tickets are gone. Now it's the late bloomer, $65 a ticket, and they'll be available to October 1st. Come on down and join us in Austin for a great time. Legit from Hometown Hero, e-vape, e-juice for your vape needs. $17.99 for 120 milliliters. Great stuff. I'm vaping the apple cream custard right now, and interesting. Not my normal flavor. Lemon bar. I love the. Didn't think I'd like that one, but great stuff. Of course, when you check out hometownhero.com, use the promo code NBNN. You'll save 20% off at hometownhero.com. Coilmore Wands, putting the magic in your hands. If you're looking for custom wood, check out Coilmore Wands. Schroeder's Music Service Thing from Shroud Marketplace. If you're looking for music service, check out Schroeder's Service. He's always available. Or come out to the lot. He's usually sitting around. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell region next to the town of Exeter and conveniently located to the mines that you want to be near. Relics by Rild for all your licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag, t-shirts, hats, patches, and much, much more. And of course, WRFB Radio Free Britannia, ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. If you're looking for it, you can get it. ShroudMarketplace.com. What happened? Our Zoom locked up?
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Yeah, your Zoom locked up. Your Zoom, not mine.
My Zoom. Yeah, Zoom.
Your Zoom. Zoom. Your Zoom locked up. I don't know why. But at least you're not picking your nose this time. But ShroudMarketplace.com is the best place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. Anything and everything from accounts to game gold, crowns of the obsidian, all the way to services can be bought or sold from one of the over 125 different players registered as vendors at Shroud Marketplace.
Shroud Marketplace.
Yeah, and anything and everything. And I just lost my tab. What am I looking for?
I don't know. What are you looking for?
I don't know. There it is. But yes, I lost OBS.
Oh, okay.
Something else decided to maximize itself. But yes, anything and everything, over 125 different players registered as vendors. Each of those vendors is responsible for maintaining their own inventory and setting their own prices. So you know what? You get the best of everything. And it appears that you have disappeared out of Zoom.
I've reconnected. Just
put
me
so
back where I'm supposed to be.
I need to pin on second
Pin
screen.
me to the second window. That's right.
There. You are now pinned to the second window.
Ooh, I just got pinned.
Yes, you got pinned, and you liked it. But yes, you can see anything and everything at Shroud Marketplace, including an adventurer level 100 account with 127 million XP pooled.
Amber, if you're going to be at SodaCon, absolutely.
Yeah. But she also wants you to deliver chicken soup and grilled cheese.
That's a standing date we have, of course.
Yeah.
A long-standing story behind that one, but absolutely, grilled cheese and chicken soup.
Yeah. Yep. But yes, anything and everything, ShroudMarketplace.com, including stuff from my shop or that guy's shop, where he does this wedding thing.
We got everything. Lazarus Long's weddings and more. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. That's right. If you're looking to get hitched, you're looking for goods, you name it, we've got it. And if we don't got it, we probably know where to find it. That's right. We've got everything from the wedding gown and tux to the location and vows. Custom weddings for custom people. Of course, if you're looking for those telethon reward packages, I've got them. Looking for lot deeds, we've got them. Looking for all sorts of other goods, sue it, or you know it, we've got it. Want to buy a duck? I've got a duck. I'll sell you a duck. You name it.
And someone bought a sheep off of Shroud Marketplace last night.
I tell you what, man.
An in-game sheep.
600 scrolls this past weekend I sold. So, I don't knock it. When I'm selling scrolls in Shroud Marketplace, I'm having a good time. So,
yep.
And I got somebody asking if do we mind if they advertise an event put on by EVL, and I'll tell you what you got to do is reach out to us, because we've got to get out of here for today and get us the particulars, and we'll be more than happy to get that event out there for you on tomorrow's show. So you got to get us before the end of the show, because we are way over time as it is. By the time we're doing sponsors,
it's that time for us to say thank you for
get out of here. That's right.
Watching that on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia.
We love you guys. That's right.
Some more than others, and we couldn't do the show without you. And
Amber,
we do it for you.
Someday, my dear, someday it will happen.
Yep.
But that's right. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with more. Was that going on the whole time like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. Anyway,
bye-bye, everybody.
We're going to get out of here. Have a great one, folks. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Okay, well, I'm Laz. He's Jack. You all get it. And we'll see you all then.
Bye-bye.